And they're celebrating this massive, monumental win, a top 10 win, maybe the biggest win in Shane Beamer's coaching career here at South Carolina. Everyone was asked their favorite superheroes. You said Scooby-Doo.
Sure.
I didn't realize Scooby-Doo was a superhero. Can you kind of explain his superhero lore?
I mean, well, first off, he's a dog, right? And he can talk.
Coming off a primetime loss in the cold and the rain, facing the NFL's hottest team, this Panthers squad did not waver.
Who do you want to win this week?
Keegan Bradley.
Why?
Because I'm friends with his son.
Oh, that's cool. How about you?
I'm his son.
Does that make it easier or harder to go out there and do your job when you know the fan base is going to be on you?
I think it's easier, because you know that they support you. They've been waiting. Some people been waiting their whole life.
Got that pick. You're getting turnovers all over the place. What is this team capable of now that you're in the playoff?
We're the most. We still ain't played our best ball. We played our best half today.
You can start to see this snow swirling. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Will it be a snow game? Hopefully. It's going to be fun either way.
3, Breezy Hall, an SEC champion yet again. How many is this now?
This is number 3.
Does it feel any sweeter, any different?
It feels the same, I can't lie.
A source tells me Shane Beamer and the coaching staff are, quote, working diligently to get the right pieces around Sellers.
They put on the Pop-Tarts Bowl. They're also put on the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. It's the same company putting it on, so we're going to, switch gears from delicious Pop-Tarts to some
cheesy.
To some cheesy. Yeah, it was a cheesy little transition there.
I think we're prepared to do something very special out there.
Gamecock Track and Field punched more than 15 tickets to the NCAA Track Nationals. Many of those tickets earned by sophomore Jamesia Ford, who's competing in the 100, 200, 4x100, and 4x400 relays.
Well, Jamesia she fits into that 1 percentile of athletes that you are lucky to get to be able to coach or be a part of throughout your coaching career.
At the SEC championship meet, Ford won in all 4 events.
SEC, that's the hardest conference in college, so I feel like just going into nationals and all the conferences all together, and it's all fast race, so I would say that I'm prepared and I know what's coming for me. So
her goal for nationals?
Get all first place in all my events again, and I think I will be the first person to do that.
Ford is quickly becoming a household name in collegiate track and field, but she's getting used to the distractions of big-time events.
I don't try to let that affect me, because it is a great feeling just to be in that stadium and seeing all the all the fans, the track fans and stuff. I try not to let it get to me, because I get kind of overwhelmed with all the celebration and stuff. Like, I had to remember, stay calm, keep going, and yeah.
Ford says their record-setting relay teams have come a long way.
I feel like we're more prepared. We are 10 times better than we was 100 times better than we was last year. And I mean, we was such a young team last year, so now we're getting more experience every time we do run the races, so we're just ready.
Coach Tim Hall says Ford and the whole Gamecock team have been training for this moment all year.
She's ready. They're ready for the task. We started that process in August, so we're ready.
Ultimately, Ford and the Gamecocks have just one focus: winning.
It would mean a lot to me just seeing all the hard work that I put in. Even from last year at the Olympic trial, it was like, I feel like I deserve it. I'm looking forward to having fun with my teammates and holding up a trophy like this. Yes.
Looking to hoist some trophies, get some hardware. Ford and the Gamecocks take off for Oregon this weekend. The national meet starts on Wednesday at Hayward Field. This weekend, the Carolina Panthers welcome in one of the NFL's best teams, the Seattle Seahawks. But it's also a homecoming for one of the league's best young defensive players, Irmo, South Carolina product, Nick Emanwari.
The sky's the limit for him, man. He's only scratching the surface. Over time, I just know he'll transcend into maybe the best ever.
Seattle Seahawks rookie safety Nick Emanwari
is a child made in Sunday.
Nick's mother, Justina, says she always knew Nick was special.
The cat back don't touch the ground. That is Nicholas.
Nick's parents are Nigerian. They moved to Greensboro, North Carolina, where Nick was born, eventually ending up in Irmo, South Carolina. Nick, the youngest of 5 boys, learned the game of football from his closest brother in age, Okachi.
We were kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, I was Master Splinter, and he was, you know, like Raphael.
Okachi played Division I football at Wofford.
And that's even Worry again, playing some inspired defensive football.
But new Nick, with his eventual 6'3", 220-pound build, was destined for bigger things.
We used to play football on the street, barefoot, you know, and we used to go at it. He used to get me sometimes, I used to get him sometimes, and, you know, eventually he's going to surpass me. I knew it.
I'm scared of football. He said, Mom, don't worry about that. Nick is good.
South Carolina was Nick's only power conference offer, but the now two-time All-American proved his worth as a Gamecock.
So they keep winning and winning and winning. And I said, because my son is in that game, they will never lose a game. Because I know who is my son. And the same thing now goes to Seahawks.
Last spring, his impressive physical traits wowed NFL scouts, shooting him up the draft boards.
4, 3, 8, and a round of applause.
We set the bar pretty high for him. You know, his goal was to be a first-round draft pick, you know, run a 4.3, jump 40, you know, and a lot of those things, he checked a lot of those boxes, and, you know, everything came to fruition that we were wishing for.
And really, whatever the Seahawks need him to do.
Nick is probably going to be the most versatile defensive player to play that safety position, in my opinion.
This week, Nick and the first-place Seahawks are back in his home state for a potential playoff preview against the NFC South leading Carolina Panthers. Okachi, who lives in Charlotte, knows how big Sunday will be for the Eman family.
It's just going to be a surreal moment for him and for me too, because who would imagine, you know, my little brother is ripping it on the field and, you know, playing for one of the best.
I might be far away from you, but I'm there with you. In spirit, you keep doing what you're doing.
Eman can expect a lot of his friends and family here for what should still be a very important game for the playoff race for both the Panthers and the Seahawks. This one kicks off at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Outside of Bank of America Stadium, Noah Chast, ABC Columbia Sports.
These UConn Huskies have been the hottest team in college basketball over the past couple months. Since their loss to Tennessee in early February, they've beaten everyone they've played by an average of more than 20 points, and that's including their game against South Carolina. I mean, we're sitting down here, we're watching this game, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they're going to blow it. They're going to let them take the lead or tie it, which they did. But then they stormed down the field, they got into field goal position, and Nolan Hooser making it count. I mean, just a tremendous performance by the Clemson Tigers. South Carolina was this close to an upset over the number 4 team in the country, but ultimately a costly fumble by Lenora Sellers, who otherwise played great, was the difference in this game. What do you think is your strength? Getting to the quarterback, stopping the run, closing the edge. What do you think you do best?
In my opinion, I do it all best. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I can't do.
And it's Halloween night, but we're never scared. And do these fans look scared to you? They look comfortable, cool, calm, and collected. Well, day number 2 of Panthers mandatory mini camp, joined alongside someone who's new to the Panthers, but not new to the Carolinas, Hunter Renfro. How's it feel to be, mostly back home?
Yeah, I forgot what the humidity feels like.
I mean, Christy, we are here in the Sunshine State. I got to enjoy the moment. I don't know why we're not at a pool or a lake or some part of the Tampa Bay soaking in the sun, but I'll get more professional. Glasses off. Let's talk business. Let's talk Gamecocks, Chaz. So really the last seconds of the game, was it ever in doubt for you on the sidelines?
No, it's never in doubt, but we don't always want it to be that close at the end of the game. I constantly say that.
Yeah, these high school teams getting their taste of Big Ten football weather, cold and crappy, not really the most enjoyable, but hey, that's what you do it for. You work hard to play to this point in the season. It's just gut punch after gut punch for this Clemson team. Dabo Swinney calling this 1-point loss the lowest of lows, and this season the most frustrating since 2010. Where they lost 7 games. So my first final thought is that we don't know what we're talking about because we both predicted South Carolina to win this one. So
we did.
We don't know, but I think that's the thing with this Palmetto Bowl is no one really knows, right? Off to your worst start since 2010. Well, nothing a little trip to Chapel Hill can't fix. Clemson absolutely rolling UNC 38-10 in the first ever meeting between Dabo Swinney and Bill Belichick. Winston Gandy will have the opportunity to enjoy seeing that banner and celebrating the moments from last year's successful season, which included a trip to the Final Four, an SEC regular season title, and an SEC championship title. And Dawn Staley joking that she hopes that Winston will come over and join them, but once that celebration's over, he's the enemy on the other side of the court. Beamer ball, Beamer ball, Beamer ball. On a day with so much focus around Frank and Shane Beamer, Virginia Tech and South Carolina, of course the game is decided, or the momentum is swung off a special teams play. And this win of 30 points or more, their first time doing that since beating the Atlanta Falcons back in the 2014-15 season. I would say probably neither. I mean, from the Superman aspect, I'm still encouraged by those because he just makes plays that really no other quarterbacks can make. Live from New York, it's Friday night. Hey there, welcome to sports from New York City. The Clemson Tigers are facing the Penn State Nittany Lions. Now for the losers. The Gamecocks 2-3 against Clemson in the Shane Beamer era, with the road team winning the last 6 matchups.
The big bad SEC. Clemson with not the best record. They were 3-6 against the SEC since 2021, 0-3 last season, and when they were having their heyday from 14-18, 10-3 against the conference. So it's a good kind of barometer for how talented this team really is. So I went and I asked these guys, I asked the offensive players, who's a non-quarterback who can really sling it? And I asked the defensive guys about their preferred play, and these dudes are just begging to get in the end zone. If this Gamecock Nation, this student section, this crowd can show the blackout energy, the Gamecock pit energy, then maybe they can make an impact on this game. The horns up, Asia Wilson refusing to do any horns up action, of course, rooting hard for her Gamecocks today. And they told me there's no rules against it. You will probably see a lot of these bright colored pink shoes, like the color of my tie, on the floor tonight as Texas takes on South Carolina for a spot in the championship game. And I swear, I did not plan out wearing this tie with Texas wearing the A1s. My allegiances are clear.